Hello, you guys. I hope everybody's good. And as Christmas is approaching, I hope you still have your sanity at this point. And that everybody's behaving and not going nuts in the stores. Tonight I want to talk about the letter S. And the S stands for Sow Seed. I don't mean the actual seeds that you go and you put in a planting pot, add some potting soil, throw some water on it, and stick it in the sunlight and watch it harvest and bloom. Well, that is amazing. I like sugar peas. That's not what I mean, though. Sowing seed means, actually, you know, we all have goals and things that we want to accomplish. And sometimes those things don't happen on the timetable that we want. Sometimes all of our greatest efforts don't bring the harvest that we want when we want it. And it tends to make us feel very frustrated and feel like, and you start to question, God, is this really supposed to happen? Is this vision really mine? Excuse me. But you gotta remember something. One of my great mentors, he's constantly reminding me that you may not have what you need, but you'll never be without the seed to produce it. And what that basically means is that you always have something in you that you can use to help somebody else. When you start helping other people achieve their goals, when you start being a blessing to other people, God sees that. Blessings going out attract more blessings. Law of attraction? Yeah. You may think that just because right now of your current circumstance that God can't use you. Your marriage may be falling apart. Maybe right now in this holiday season, you don't even know how you're going to fill your Christmas tree with presents. Maybe right now, you're like, how am I supposed to help somebody else get healthy and fit? And like, I'm dragging out of bed every day. You know, it's funny because I was having a conversation with one of my daughters the other day. And she was like, Mom, I'm really frustrated because I have this stutter. And she's like, my brain and my mouth are not on the same, they're not on the same speed. And she's like, I feel like I can't help people. I feel like I'm never going to be able to help people or talk to people, right? I had to remind her of something. A crayon, when it's whole, it colors. When it's broken, it still colors. Your current circumstance, your current situation does not mean that God cannot use you. It does not mean that you can't go and be a blessing to somebody else. It does not mean that you can't go reach out to somebody and lend them an ear. Let them vent. Pray for them. It does not mean that just because you can't fill your Christmas tree, that you can't go and help somebody else shop and do their gift wrapping and have a joyful spirit for them. It does not mean that just because you don't feel fit and you're not seeing the pounds just burn off, that you can't go help somebody else food prep or just motivate them to get up and just go start walking. Don't let your current circumstance or your situation make you feel like God cannot use you. Don't make it feel like you're stuck. When you start sowing into other people and you start being a blessing to other people, you have ever heard of that law of attraction? What you send out is exactly what's going to come back. Guess what? When God sees you blessing other people, He's going to start blessing you. Those things, those blessings are just going to start raining down. But don't do things. Let me make sure I translate that right. Do not do things just to expect things back from people. If you're going to do something for somebody, do it wholeheartedly. Do it genuinely. Do it because you want to be a blessing in somebody's life. There is nothing more humbling than being able to do something nice for somebody and them never knowing who it came from. And just watching from a distance, their smile, watching somebody who was praying for a hot meal, watching somebody who had been struggling to find out how their bill was going to be paid, and they go to pay with whatever they can or beg for an extension and see that, hey, your bill's already paid. Don't even worry about it. Take care of it. Go home. And watch their facial expression. It is so humbling to be able to help people out, even when you can't help yourself. You know why? Because it turns your whole, it changes your whole mood. It changes the whole atmosphere. You get all these positive vibes. You get all giddy inside. And then you just, you want to keep doing good. And next thing you know, you're not dwelling in all that depression. You're not dwelling in all that sadness. You're not dwelling in all that feeling like you're broken or that you're can't be used. Because you're so worried now about helping other people. That's the amazing thing about sowing seed. When you start being a blessing to other people, everything around you just, it's different. It's a good feeling. I'm going to read something for you real quick from 2 Corinthians. He says, he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will supply and multiply your seed for sowing and increase the harvest of your righteousness. Go do something out there good for somebody, you guys. Be a blessing to somebody. And you're going to start to see whatever it is that you're praying for, whatever it is that you're working towards, it's going to start coming together. It may not be on the timetable that you want. But take time. Plant those seeds of goodness, of grace, of love, of forgiveness, of uninterrupted time. And you're going to start to see just things will be different. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Have a very Merry Christmas. Please be safe. And Happy New Year. And I will see you in about 2 weeks. Peace.